It's been a long time since I goofed on a morning routine YouTuber video. This used to be a very common trend on the site for a little while where people were just ravenous to learn what all of these successful people were doing every single morning. And it kind of died off for a little while. It's starting to make a bit of a comeback with TikTok being so brain dead that people think by following a successful person's morning routine it will mean they're destined for success too. So this fungus is starting to spread again like it's the Last of Us universe and we're just inundated with more bad morning routine videos. It's the same shit from back in the day. It's either overly strict fucking drill sergeant routines or just general advice as if they're your parents, like brush your teeth and moisturize your face. But the drill sergeant ones are the ones that do the best because it's what people think is part of a successful morning routine. It's kind of what they want to hear. So you'll see a lot of these pop up. You want to make $100 million this year, Buster? Well, you got to start getting up at 4 a.m. every single day, eat a handful of eucalyptus, go for a 3-mile jog, take a cold shower by 5 a.m. After your 5 a.m. cold shower, drink a chamomile tea, give yourself a coffee enema and a vitamin C suppository. Then and only then can you start thinking about the rest of your day. I'm just kidding, you douchebag. You forgot the most important part of the morning routine, guided meditation for at least 30 minutes. You need to switch into your mind palace. If anyone interrupts your mind palace time, kick them out of your life because they're toxic and they're going to prevent you from making hundreds of millions of dollars. It's just a bunch of nonsense, a bunch of hooey, but it's kind of just what people want to hear, so it was very popular for a while and it's starting to become popular again. Codyco just posted a video today goofing on one of these morning routine videos, and I think it is just the perfect example for the whole genre. It's called My Morning Routine That Made Me My First $100,000. So going into this, you're expecting it to be like very valuable information about a morning routine that's going to eventually make you money down the line somehow or set you up for success. But it's just actually nothing. It's like Squidward going into that room so he can be all alone. It's just fucking emptiness.
I'm Brett Maverick, and this is my ultimate morning routine for maximum productivity. So I usually wake up around 9 o'clock in the morning.
Immediately, this routine is completely useless to 99% of the population. They can just wipe their ass with this off rip. Because by 9 a.m., most people who are working a normal job are already at that job working at 9 a.m. They can't just be getting up at that time. They'd be late and probably get fired for it. So right away, his morning routine is already a luxury that's afforded to him because he's already successful. Now, of course, you can still modify and adapt his morning routine to fit your individual schedule. Brett Maverick may be hibernating and sleeping until 9 a.m., real lazy bones, but you don't have to. You can still take this morning routine at Champions and started at like 7 a.m. or something. But it's still just really comical to me that actual step one of his morning routine is be successful so you can sleep until 9.
First thing I do in the morning is make my bed. I like to start with something productive because science shows that if you start doing something productive, you're much more likely to be productive throughout the day. Then I go out into my kitchen and start my coffee maker. Nothing fancy, but I find that 80 milligrams of caffeine in the morning is enough to get me going.
He is absolutely right about the making your bed to start the day off by like accomplishing a goal. That's actually something I talk about a lot. If you want to get your mind in a better place pretty quickly, set yourself some small goals that you can easily accomplish pretty quickly, just these little tasks to check off, because it actually does help like get your brain in a space to be more productive and just generally make you feel better. Just something about human beings, something in our DNA is hard-coded to enjoy accomplishing things, even things that we set for ourselves that are simple. It just helps. So that is a good way of starting the day, 100%. Of course, it's not guaranteed to help you figure out the secrets to making $100,000. You're not going to make your bed tomorrow morning and be like, Eureka! I've got it. I know exactly how I'm making 100 grand. I'm going to do a cryptocurrency rug pull. You know, it might help you figure out how to make a ton of money, but it's just something good to do regardless. Like, it's just going to help you no matter what.
Then I drink a huge glass of water. This is important because it lubricates your internal organs and activates your body's various systems.
I love that Brett starts describing water like it's some kind of mystical secret that nobody knows about. All right, listen here. I'm going to blow the lid off this. I got to keep my voice down a little bit. I start every morning by drinking something called H2O. It's this natural lubricant for your internal organs, and it activates your body's systems to help get them cooking. I highly recommend it. God damn it, Brett. We all know what water is and why it's good for us.
Then I go to my bathroom and trim my torso and face with my Manscaped trimmer to get rid of all that excess hair, because after all, it covers up the gains, am I right? Can't have that. Then I shave my face with a razor to get that close cut. I only do this about once every 3 days. Next, I hop in an ice cold shower. There's many benefits of this, such as it boosts your testosterone, your metabolism, and really it just helps wake you up. Nothing like an ice cold water to wake your ass up.
It's gotta be close to like 11 p.m. at this point. That's something Cody Ko also pointed out, but his morning starts at 9 a.m. And I don't think he instantly rolls out of bed. Pretty much nobody does, but even if he did, he'd still already be pushing it kind of here. Like, the day's starting to pass by pretty rapidly. You're manscaping yourself, you're shaving, you're setting your coffee up, you're chugging your glass of water, you're hopping in for a cold shower here, which usually are pretty quick. Most people don't sit there and, bask in a cold shower. It's usually an in and out thing. And there are quite a few health benefits to it. I used to do cold showers occasionally. It's not some kind of, panacea that's going to cure everything, and it's not some kind of crazy magic occult thing that's going to give you superpowers or some shit by doing it. But it is like generally good for you to do it occasionally, if not every day. But this video led me and pretty much everyone else to believe that this morning routine is what helped him make $100,000 to begin with. And right now there's been nothing to indicate anything close to that. Right now he's just going through the most normal shit ever at like a later time than most would do it. That's it. Like, if you follow this, you're not going to see any improved level of success at all. Like, maybe you feel a little bit better after a cold shower, or you feel a little bit better because you made your bed so you're not feeling like a slob or something, I guess. But I'm getting no valuable information here on making $100,000 or anything.
While I'm in there, I exfoliate my face. I only do this about once every week or every time that I shave, just to get rid of that excess dead layer and help that skin rejuvenation process. Put on deodorant, moisturize my face, and I like to just pat it in because if you go at your face aggressively, you can actually increase wrinkling. And then I put on an anti-wrinkle eye serum. Since I laugh so much, I gotta start early fighting those crow's feet, if you know what I'm saying.
That's just so beautiful. I have to start putting on some special cream for my eyes so I don't get wrinkles because I just laugh too much. I'm such a cheerful, whimsy guy. I just laugh too much that it actually might start affecting me, so I have to combat that early. It really is a problem that I'm so happy and cheerful all the time. I also love the way that he signs out of the mirror right there with a power move. He hits it with one of these. He should have done the full-blown finger guns, though, some of this. And then holster those puppies. And then you pull them back out. Do some fucking CSGO inspect animations on your finger guns. Do it again. And then you can go about starting the rest of your day. But again, it's probably close to noon by this point. He's doing so much. I feel like Brett Maverick doesn't do half of this shit. I think he probably just tried to emulate what all the other YouTubers were doing and just combine a lot of those elements here. Like, they always talk about moisturizing, cold showers, exfoliating, special eye creams, I guess. So he just takes all of these, like, fuck it, I'll just make an amalgamation of all of it.
Most important thing I do in the morning comes next, and this is the Wim Hof breathing exercises. What this consists of is 3 sets of deep breaths followed immediately by exhaling completely and holding for as long as possible. And then you breathe in and hold that for about 10 seconds. This fully oxygenates your cells and makes you feel more alive than you ever have before, I promise you. This is why the creator Wim Hof was able to beat multiple world records due to this technique.
At first I really thought he was just going back to bed. The most important part of the morning is when I go lay back down and go to sleep and doze off for another few hours. So the Wim Hof breathing technique is interesting. I'm very familiar with it, as well as Wim Hof and all of his achievements. It is a very cool thing, and from what I understand is actually pretty effective at certain things. But Jiminy Christmas, it's getting late. It's already probably afternoon by this point here, and there's still nothing that is helping teach people how they can start making money and being successful through a morning routine. And that's kind of the way the video is framed, with the title, The Morning Routine That Made Me My First $100,000. Again, the impression is that this morning routine's got some juicy secrets to it that's going to help set people up to make a lot of money and be successful like Brett Maverick was. But really, it's us just a fly on the wall watching Brett Maverick pretend that this is his morning routine every day. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't offer anything. Like, if it was just called, like, My Morning Routine, who cares? It's, like, super harmless, and the advice here is generally just pretty decent stuff that's good for your overall health. So it's not, like, hurting anybody, but it's just super misleading, because the $100,000 has nothing to do with the morning routine at all. He didn't start making $100,000 because he starts Wim Hof breathing every single morning while taking a cold shower and shaving his nipples or whatever. It just has nothing to do with anything in the video. So why is it there? Which is, it can be said for like most morning routine videos. You'll see these titles repeated a lot. As a multimillionaire, this was the morning routine that helped to get me there. This morning routine made me my first $1 billion, that kind of shit.
Right after this, I meditate for about 10 minutes using a guided meditation app called Insight Timer. Once I'm done with my 10 minutes of meditation, I pick out the rest of my outfit for the day, and then I pick out some shoes and a watch and put on a little smell good spray. With my hair at this length, there's not much styling to do, but if I'm feeling it, I might put it up in a man bun. Not today. Finally, it's time to drink my coffee and take a look at my to-do list for the day and get to work.
And then you look at the clock, realize that it's 9 p.m. and it's time to hit the hay and do it all over again tomorrow after a nice crisp 12 hours of sleep. Because the whole day has fucking passed you by at this point. What an extraordinarily long morning routine here, and nothing even resembling productivity got accomplished. You still didn't even start the day until, well, shit, hours after you got up, I'm guessing, because this is a lot. This is a lot. The smell good spray, the picking out your outfit, the cold shower, the guided meditation, the Wim Hof breathing technique, anime arc, like, goddamn. And then, of course, like the 10-15 minutes you spend debating whether or not to do a man bun or not.
If you're wondering if I have breakfast, I don't. I don't because I do intermittent fasting to increase my metabolism and limit my calorie intake for the day.
Breakfast? We're talking about breakfast? That ship has long since sailed, brother. We're looking at like a late lunch, perhaps, or an early dinner at best. Like, realistically, this is a long morning routine that doesn't do a whole lot for you. I get the ones where it says like get up at 4 a.m. and then do certain things like go for a jog or whatever, and then you can start doing productive shit for the day. That makes a little more sense to me because nothing has really started at 4 a.m. so it's like extra credit basically. Like, I get that. There's not a whole lot of productive shit you can do at fucking 4 a.m. except very individual stuff like going for a jog or like cold showers and whatever. But when you start your day at 9 a.m. and then start doing shit like this, you're losing valuable time. Like, it's just cutting into the actual day where you're supposed to be being productive and making your $100,000 or whatever. So it's just, this one's a very odd one to me because it is actually just nothing. Like, there is nothing of value here. Even when you look at like his planning for the day, there's two things on there: film a video, plan the next video. That's his whole $100,000 strategy. So literally it's be successful and continue to be successful by doing the thing that made you successful. That's it. It's not really advice, and it's not really a morning routine that's going to set any of his viewers up for success. You're basically just watching average guy, average morning routine, and that's it. Like, some of the stuff in here, again, is generally helpful stuff. Like, maybe someone watches this and they're like, oh, Wim Hof breathing technique sounds interesting. Maybe I'll try that. Or, you know, maybe a cold shower is a good way of waking up in the morning. That's all fine, dandy, and fun. But if anyone went into this actually hoping to learn something about, like, a morning routine that can help them be successful, this just doesn't really do anything. But anyway, just wanted to talk about this a little bit. That's it. See ya.